Hello, I'm Luke Hatfield. Alongside me is our Wolvesman here at the Express and Star, Tim Spiers. Tim, I think Wolves have spent a little bit of money today, haven't they? A club record fee?
I mean, they haven't spent it yet, I will correct you there. July the 1st is when they will spend £32 million on Raul Jimenez. A sign-in that's not unexpected. You know, we knew that all parties wanted this move, and they've moved quickly to announce it, really, to kind of end any speculation. I'm sure other clubs will have been looking at him.
Yeah.
Because he's had just a phenomenal season. One of the Premier League's premier strikers. Yeah. Really, you know, 15 goals in all competitions, 7 assists. But also, I mean, even before Christmas, when he wasn't necessarily banging in goals for fun like he has been since the turn of the year, we were still saying then what a player this guy is.
Yeah.
In terms of what he brings to the team. He brings it all together in the final third. He's unselfish. He's good in the air. He's great at linking play. So he's been integral to Wolves' success this season, but since January he's just started 10 goals in 15 speaks for itself, really. A number of assists as well. Him and Diogo Jota have struck up this fantastic telepathic partnership, so it's an absolute no-brainer to sign him for 32 million, which obliterates Wolves' transfer record again.
Yeah.
It keeps going and going and going. 18 million for Traoré was the previous one from last summer, but even though it's an incredible amount of money, I don't think anybody's kind of saying, wow, that's ridiculous, I can't believe Wolves have spent that. Because if you look at what he's done this season, his age, he's 27, he should be in his prime. And, you know, if he continues with this upward trajectory, they could arguably sell him for more than that, you know, in a year or two's time. Not that we want that to happen, but, you know, I'm just making the point that it's good value in today's market, you know, a market that sees players like Richarlison's always the one that comes up, you know, 50 million last summer. If that's a kind of a benchmark, then 32 for Jimenez is a bargain.
Yeah, it certainly is. And I tell you what a player he's been, Tim. I mean, he really has been an amazing player to watch this season for Wolves.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so key to the way they play.
He is. He settled in so quickly that, you know, that was the most important thing, really. As we've seen with an awful lot of Wolves' players, it really, really, really helps that they've got a number of Portuguese staff there, or people that speak the same language. And it helps them hit the ground running, and we've seen it time and time again. Moutinho, Jota and Neves when they came in last summer, Patricio, they've all hit the ground running. But I think with Jimenez, I think there's more to come from him. You know, if he continues with this goal scoring streak and takes that into next year, he could be aiming for 20 plus goals in the Premier League, which is rare these days. You know, he's become prolific and pretty much the perfect striker, really, in terms of the way he fits into this Wolves system as well. So long may it continue.
That's it, and a scorer of big goals as well. I mean, the goal against Man U was a massive one, and Jota got a lot of credit for his. But I tell you what, the way he comes up and pops up, with the way he plays, the way he moves the ball around, the way he creates, but the way he scores goals as well.
And in big games, we've seen it. The Liverpool Cup game, the Chelsea League games bring to mind as well. He's a big game player, and Wolves have got a lot of those at the moment. Moutinho being an obvious example. But Jota, Neves, Johnny, these guys, they all turn it on for the big games, and that's what bodes well. A, for Sunday, but B, you know, next season as well, when they'll be. We'll see what their ambitions are for next season, but if they can continue this record against the top six, you know, next season as well, and get it right against the teams at the bottom end of the table, then things could be getting even better.
And maybe in Europe too.
Maybe a little European tour.
Anyway, you did mention Sunday, a massive game for Wolves Sunday. I tell you what a week it could be for Wolves if they go and win that.
I mean, it's already been a great week. Well, with the win over Man United, you know, a real, as big a bonus kind of win as you could ask for. Really, nobody really. I don't think anyone really expected that, especially after 20 minutes when they were 1-0 down.
Yeah,
it's the perfect setup. It's got the feel-good factor. It's got Wolves back on their feet again after that Burnley defeat. Feel-good factor, momentum. Not that you need lifting for Sunday anyway, but it's added a bit more confidence to the group. And been down to Compton today, and the place is absolutely buzzing. It really, really is.
I imagine the fans are buzzing too, Tim, as well. I mean, it's going to be packed out at Wembley, and when you're hearing reports of Man City maybe not selling out their Wembley allocation in some national papers, you see Wolves and you say, well, they've had no trouble.
Yeah, that's it. And, you know, Man City are getting a lot of stick on Twitter for that, but they have played 13 games at Wembley in 8 years. I think it is, something like that. It's... and, you know, fighting in 4 competitions to the bitter end. That's an awful lot of money to spend if you're going to go to every game. It just kind of highlights, really, for me, how much this game means to Wolves. And they could have sold 50,000, 60,000 tickets, I'm absolutely sure of that. As it is, they're taking 34,000.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge occasion. It can't be underestimated. But as far as the players go, they've got to, if they can, ignore all that. Yes, feed off the adrenaline and feed off the fans, but channel that energy into enacting Nuno's game plan, which, if they can do that, if they play as he wants them to play, then they'll win the game. So that's the important thing for me, is putting all that, if you can, to the back of your mind and concentrating on your tasks, as Nuno would put it, because it's going to be a very, very difficult game.
Yeah, it certainly will be. And you've been speaking to the players ahead of it. Plenty of content coming up, I'm sure. Tim, what's the mood like? Is everyone buzzing?
#content. Yeah, everybody is buzzing. Yeah, I spoke to a few players today. Wolves have put on a special media day. Lots of players up for interview. Spoke to Matinho, Cody, Ruddy, Saiss. We've had a press conference for Jimenez as well today. So yeah, a lot of this coverage is going to be in Saturday's bumper edition of the Express and Star. We've got 16 pages, Luke.
16 pages
for your delectation. So yeah, like I said, all the aforementioned interviews, and we've had an exclusive chat. Joe Edwards has been down to Watford today to speak to Andre Gray, born in Wolverhampton. Was with Wolves as a kid, still has a lot of family and friends here. Yep. Really interesting interview with Andre Gray. So that's going to be part of it. We've got spoke to a couple of old legends. We've been through every single one of Wolves' FA Cup semi-finals, which is 14 in total. Loads of pictures, loads of stats, loads and loads of coverage. Usual columns with Steve Bull, Johnny Phillips. So that's on sale Saturday. Bumper edition, 16-page pull-out. If you're one of the 86 coach loads of fans that are heading off from Molineux on Sunday, we've got it on sale at the ground on Sunday as well, so pick up a copy and get a free souvenir double-sided poster as well, Luke.
Oh, you can't beat that, can you, Tim? There you go. 16 pages of Wolves content coming directly to you. Make sure you are reading through it front to back on your way to Wembley. Fingers crossed they can get a big result this weekend, but for now, let's just keep them fingers crossed.